kuprotest. Hata mtu haogopi bunduki, kwa sababu huyo mtu hajijui wala hata hajifikiri. Anaenda tu kukufa kwa sababu amekunywa madawa mpaka kabisa amefika mahali ambayo hawezi saidika. Jamani, kama hatuna watoto hawa, hii nchi itaenda namna gani? Na sijui na kada wanafanya kazi gani, kwa sababu zile dens, ukisema watu watengeneze pombe, hata sasa watu wanatengeneza pombe kwa nyumba. Mtu anatengeneza pombe kwa nyumba yake, ako na mashini ya kutengeneza pombe. Alafu mimi kama chief nakuja kupigana na kitu ambayo iko na a million sources ikitoka kila siku. Kama tungeweza kuangalia ile source ya kutengeneza pombe, ile pombe isifike kwa ground, nafikiri itatusaidia sana. Hii bangi hatutakuwa na nchi. Waziri nachukua pia nafasi hii kwa deputy governor. Hii licensing ya bar ambayo inapewa license mpaka kijiji mahali watu wanaishi, residential, kwa sababu hakuna watu wana observe kuangalia kwamba ni wapi inapewa license na ni wapi isipewe license. Mimi naona kama nchi hii inataka tushikane pamoja na tuangalie hiyo mambo, kwa sababu hatuna nchi bila kuangalia watoto wetu na masomo ya watoto wetu. Thank you, sir.
Kwa majina ni Charles Musara, Senior Chief Drunkàrds Division. Sir, mimi nataka kuongeza kitu ambacho haikuwa imesemekana. Unakuta kuna divisions ambayo imekuwa form already, tuko na DO na pala kuna ofisi, kuna mahali ya kuweka vifaa vya serikali. Tunahitaji pia askari huko wa kuja kutusaidia kazi. Kama in the one division inakuwa inakaa tu bila askari, inakuwa ngumu. Ndio nilikuwa naomba kitengo cha usalama pia Drunkàrds division, iwe at least every division ambayo hakuna askari waweke askari pale. La mwisho, nataka kuomba kitengo ya usalama ukiongoza, kuna hizi pombe za wine spirit zimekuwa mingi, na hatuelewi ni gani mzuri, ni gani iko kwa ambayo kwa license imepitishwa. Tunataka usaidizi kutoka kwa ofisi ya maskari ili ipate kujulikana yale ambayo haifai kutumiwa, tupate kupambana nayo. Kwa hayo machache, asante sana.
Kwa majina ni Rafael Sinkira, Senior Chief kutoka Ololilai Sub-County, Elwanara location. Jambo la kwanza ningesema tu kusema changamoto ambayo tunaipitia katika hii kazi yetu. Katika utekelezaji kazi tunakuwa demoralized. Wakati saa zingine tunashika watu, tunapeleka police station, the following day hata kabla hujafika mahali umetoa hiyo binadamu, amekufuata nyumbani. Ni maneno ya mashamba. Unasikia mtu shamba, ukienda kwa CIDs kufanya uchunguzi, mtu anakuwa na document na mwingine anakuja na mdomo, unashindwa kupata suluhisho. Hiyo ni changamoto ambayo tunapitia. Jambo lingine ni usumbufu wa wanyama wa pori. Watu wetu wamekosa amani kwa sababu ya wanyama wa pori ambayo inatusumbua katika kila wakati. Watoto wakienda shule kunakuwa na hofu kwa sababu ya hiyo mzozono. Kwa hivyo kwa hayo mengi ama machache nasema asante.
Bwana Waziri, nafikiri wameongea kabisa, ingawa wengine wamerudia kidogo. Tunaweza enda sasa kwa kategori nyingine ya ICCs. Ni wawili wataongea, kuna Manase Isiori na Eunice. Mungekaa hapa karibu.
Thank you, sir. My name is Manasseh Shiuri, Senior Assistant County Commissioner, Magadi Division. It is in Langatawas, but largely in the former, or what we call Kajiado West constituency. It's a new sub-county, which probably most people they are not very aware. So therefore, all protocols observed, the CS, IG, and the security team, and the rest, and the people who are in front of here. Mine will be very brief, because I'm studying here courtesy of Jukwaa la Usalama initiatives that have been promoted. So why should we lament? I should not lament because, and the SEC have told me that I should not lament. They are energetic, they feel energetic because one of them or two of them or five of them have been promoted, and wanaona hapo bere mambo itakuwa sawa. So Bwana Waziri, we really appreciate that. And we see the impact that is making. And this is the real listening. I don't want to say the other word, but it is the real listening which is actionable. Yes, I don't want to say that word because it can be construed differently. So I'm saying this because the people that we are working with, the ACC, they are very objective people. Maybe the chiefs, they may think of cronyism and all the rest, but these are so good of Kajiado. That's why we have a lot of peace. But the ACC is somebody who is on the ground, mashinani pale mashinani, mtu ambaye amesoma na afanyi kazi kwao, anakuwa very objective. Na hii ndio engine, tunaambiangwa na mkubwa yangu hapa, hii ndio engine ya serikali. Because if you direct us and something is legal, it is rational, it is reasonable, we effect it quite smoothly. And they are saying they are very ready to effect all those issues. Again, the ACCs, they supervise the chiefs that you have seen here. The discipline that you have seen, particularly in Kajiado, where we don't have notorious chiefs and the rest. It is the ACC who is on the ground supervising them. Therefore, the ACC is a cadre that requires to be checked and to be mentored even by our bosses. Because it is that level where the discipline is improved and we work even harder. However, when I CS, I want to reiterate a few issues they have raised. Because they are also, even when you have promoted us, not all of us who have been promoted. And they have requested a few things, which I will let even my sister to continue with some of them. One of the issue, and I'll give my own example. One of the issue is hardship. I've said I come from Magadi. For me to assess the DC, the DCC Elangatawas, mile 46, I cover 165 kilometers. That is Magadi, because I have to come through Kajiado if I'm using the tarmac. If I use the shortcut, it's 100 kilometers, which is rough road. So you can see the hardship, it comes out there. So therefore, the teachers are getting hardship. Just consider, I think that is something that can be pushed. The other thing is about career progression. Already, there is a clear right now that we are now tunasonga bere mzuri. But the training should always continue as per the schemes of service. The way the schemes of service written, it should go through that. Why do we say that? Recently, we saw a letter by public service where they have given a moratorium of 2 years. If, for example, you have been promoted and you have not undergone some courses, maybe say SMC, you have not undergone maybe paramilitary, the grade will be reduced. So some of the ACC, they are fearing that, and therefore that is why we will continue training us and effecting the promotion as we enjoy. The other issue is to do with the review of the scheme of service, particularly the entry. It's very challenging, particularly the entry point of an ACC. Some of, maybe the CS you may not know. As we are recruited by public service and we enter in job group J. Imagine. Whereas a teacher or any other graduate enters in job group K. That is where we start. So it will take so long. So that can be effected very easily. So and it doesn't require a lot of money. So therefore, I think Waziri, you can push on that. The other thing, because now you have promoted us. And we are many. Not one or two. And we can see the chances, the DCC, you can see they are very few. They are requesting you reward performance. Rewarding performance. Particularly as seniors, you may end up, there's a crowding there. They are fearing that you can end up being crowded there and you retire as a DO or assistant county commissioner for that matter. So it is good to reward performance. I think the other issues like fast-tracking the GAPU have been said because it will enforce us a lot. I will let Madam, before I say everything, the Madam has a lot of information to continue. Madam, welcome. Is also senior, enjoying the same fruits that I'm enjoying. And we thank you so much, Waziri, na karibu sana every time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Let me start by riding on the protocols already observed. My name is Muriuki Jennifer, the ACC Mashuru Division, Mashuru Sub-County, Kajiado County. I'm going to continue with what my colleague was talking about. He's already given you the Thanksgiving that we have as ACCs, so mine is to continue with the concerns that we have. One of the concerns that the ACCs have is the extraneous allowance. The extraneous allowance, as you know, as ACCs, we work throughout, and therefore we are requesting as ACCs to be considered for the extraneous allowance because we work from day to night. The other thing is the availability of vehicles. As it is in Mashuru, we are 6 of us, and when you come for a meeting like this, the DCC wouldn't know who to pick and who to leave behind. Therefore, we are requesting for vehicles for the ACCs so that when we are coming for a meeting like this, then we'll be able to arrive on time. Another one is the issue of municipalities. The municipality in Kajiado has already been enacted, but it's not been operationalized. We are requesting through your office that the municipality be checked on so ACC's offices. Mashuru, unfortunately, we have an office that has been built in Kenyawa, but in Mashuru we are having offices, a challenge of offices, and therefore we are requesting even through the area MP who is here, so that we have ACCs that are built for Mashuru in Mashuru as a sub-county. Last but not least is the enhancement of AIEs. As you can know, the AIEs previously was at a certain level, but imepunguzwa. So we are requesting through your office, Bwana CS, weze ku at least upgrade that AIE, and we have the AIE enhanced so that we can achieve the goals that we have as a ministry. Bila kusahau SHA benefits. Chief alikuwa ameongelelea, lakini nafikiri hakuongelea vizuri. The thing that is a bit technical or a bit, how can I put it, a bit close to my heart, is the part about chronic and critical illness fund. It is not yet working. So maybe through you or through your office, you can liaise with the Ministry of Health to make sure that the SHA benefits are known to us, and most importantly, the critical and care fund is enacted and it is operational. Thank you, sir.
Well, Waziri, unless if there is another concern, probably we move to the next level. Iko mtu wako na concern, probably among the ACCs, probably that. Okay, thank you Bwana Waziri. So tunaenda kwa DCC Kennedy Omondi, uwe a little bit brief kwa niaba ya wengine. Hebu kaa kidogo. The OCSs, kindly kuja mkae hapa. The two OCSs, kuja mkae hapa. Kuna hospitali moja pia ataongea kwa niaba wengine. Kindly you can also come over so that we minimize kukaa mbali. The DCIA. You're sleeping.
I think now we want to listen to the sub-county security committee members, representatives. So the sub-county commanders, the one who is representing Mr. Chia, after the OCS, then we will finish with the chairman, who is actually the... Thank you so much. Come, very first.
A great number of members of public. Some of the areas we are policing are very fast. Like, if I may take here in Kajiado, I'm surfing an area with a radius of about 150 kilometers. And we have only one vehicle. It's an old vehicle. Although it is serviceable, we are not badly off than the way we started. But this vehicle, we are given fuel at a rate of 15 liters a day. In a month, it amounts to 450. All the offices in Kenya, not only in Kajiado. The 450, if you divide in a month, it is 15 liters a day. And we are expected to cover a radius of 150 kilometers. So with the land cruisers, the engine capacity, with 15 liters, it only covers at most 50 kilometers. And that one needs to be improved. In some stations, because I'm talking on behalf of all the OCSs in Kajiado County, there are stations with no vehicles at all. It becomes very difficult to police the police work without having a vehicle. Because me, I can be called anytime, even at 3, at 2, and somebody is in distress. What should I do? I'm not able to move, and a citizen is in distress. I get mental torture because I cannot help. I start looking for, where can I get assistance? Who can assist me? So it becomes a mental torture. It becomes very difficult. It becomes a toxic work environment. Sir, please, where there's no vehicles, improve on that, and we shall appreciate. It will make our work very easier. This issue of training, sir. Recently we had merger between the APS and the Kenya Police. Some of the APS officers were trained in a different background initially. When they crossed over to the Kenya Police Service, from observation, I'm talking from observation, it is a bit difficult for them to cope up because these are different services altogether. I urge if they can be retrained for better service delivery. Because it is as if we are forcing them to give service when they have little knowledge of what they are supposed to do. So I urge a retraining on that field. Also, for our serving officers, sir, what we have observed is that we have officers who have left training colleges 20 years ago, 25 years ago. He has never went back for any promotional course. He is not conversant with the changes which has happened. There are so many legislation. We are law enforcement agencies. We need to be aware of the new legislation, new gazettement. So this officer has no knowledge of what happened since he left college 20 years ago. And we expect him to give services as per the regulation which is in force at the moment. I urge on that note, if maybe we come up with some policies to train our officers regularly, at least in 2 years, everybody must have gone back to college, learned one or two things for better service delivery. There's issue of shortages of personnel. We have not been recruiting for the last, I think, around 3-4 years. And there's issue of natural pill of like retirement, death. So we are facing some shortages of personnel. There are some places which should be, we should open police posts, police stations, but with the personnel, the kind of personnel we have, we cannot make it. So maybe at the national level, sir, if you can engineer some, we do some recruitment to supplement our numbers. There is issue of officers abusing drugs. Our officers, some of our officers have gone to drug abuse. And these are the officers who are handling firearms, who are handling members of public. And the challenge, the serious challenge which comes on that note is that we used to have, it is good that our IG is here. We used to have a network at the police headquarters where we can take those officers for rehabilitation. Currently, there's a sort of breakdown in that system, so it becomes very difficult to assist those officers who have indulged in drugs. So, and it becomes a laughing stock when you have officers in uniform and he's drunk, and you cannot help other than maybe hiding him somewhere. So, sir, it is better if you can improve, if you can get somewhere where we can take our officers if they have abused drugs. There is issue of police buildings, police equipment, sir.